I got the vaccine last week, and they sort of you go through this process where they ask you a few security questions like who are you, and you answer that, and then they send you for the actual vaccination, and there was it was like a hub, and there were all these booths, and you sit down, and I was waiting, and it was very busy, obviously, lots of people getting jabbed, and I was looking, and I could see the Pfizer in this like vial, and I was thinking, I've been waiting for this to get my freedom. I've been looking, this is my freedom, and I was so happy, but it did concern me because it was outside, it wasn't in the fridge, and I imagined that when the woman was going to give it to me, she'd get like one that had covered in dry ice, and it was like smoking almost with dry ice, and go, here you are, this is it. But it was just sitting on a book, and I was a little bit concerned, to be honest, because I thought it might not work, but I figured that they know what they're doing. And then someone came in the room and started talking to her just as she put the needle into the vial, and then she squeezed it out, and she was still talking to someone. I mean, she was a professional, but I was watching all this vaccine that I've been desperate to get hold of. It's coming out the end of the needle, and I'm thinking, there's going to be none left, and it's warm. And then the person she was talking left, and she went doink, and I didn't even feel it. I mean, it was that quick. The needle was so thin. I said, have you done it? I wasn't even sure that it had gone in my arm. And she said yes, and I didn't ask about whether, I'm sure she knew what she was doing. I didn't mention, I said, look, do you want to give me a little bit more, just because I'm a big guy? And she said no. So then she said, you've got to go and sit down in the observation ward, or like a room, except there's no one observing you. But because I'm so conditioned by the government to obey the rules now, whether it's a mask or staying at home, I just sat there for 10 minutes. I mean, there were other people who were leaving a bit earlier because they felt all right. I mean, I felt fine, and I'm not even sure I had any vaccine in me that was working, but I sat there because I thought, well, I got to do what the government tells me. Although I must admit, it must be working because I've got a sore arm. And that was it really, but very happy really. Cheers.